Okay, I'm sure this video will eventually reach its destination, and this will be my final um, live and upload, or whatever you want to call it, this year on this channel. But I do realize that, I did forget to address, a little friendly reminder to Trey King of the Trey King Show, formerly Know the Ledge Show, formerly The Truth Show, formerly however many channels he had before that. I don't have to introduce myself. I'm sure you know who I am. You've been stalking me ever since my first channel, my second channel, and this channel. Under your troll accounts, under your account, under whatever it is that you're doing over there with one arm. Last time I checked, you are only using one arm, right? I just want to make sure, because I checked earlier before I got on here, and I saw that you're still only using one arm. I mean, I don't feel any way about it. It's not my responsibility to. The only thing that I feel any way about is how you blatantly have gotten up on your platform and have done the most where I'm concerned. And I just thought it only fair, that I just kindly say right back at you. You'll be seeing different things pop up here and there. I don't know, maybe even on Google. When you Google your name, you'll start seeing stuff. I'll make sure of it. I'll make sure of it. The same way you made sure to do all the different things that you've done to me up on here. You made sure of that, right? Got up on your platform and bragged about you got eyes everywhere, ears everywhere. You have, I forget what you called it. Something, I did a video about it. Some kind of crew. But that's a good name. You called it something more sinister. You called it something more sinister, didn't you? What all you do. You haven't quite reached 500,000 subscribers yet, have you? But I just want to get on here and remind you that you don't intimidate me, nor your almost 500,000 subscribers don't intimidate me either. They don't. I actually think it's in reverse. You're more pressed about me than I am about you. But you know what? You're going to really have a reason to be pressed now. I have unfinished business with you. Did you think I forgot all what you've done? Did you ever think that I forgot that? Because I haven't been speaking on you? Don't mean I forgot it. It don't mean I forgot it. I got something very special planned for you. I do. You'll see it. You won't even have to look for it. It'll just pop up. You'll see it. I got a series of channels lined up for you. All I gotta do is just put content on them. I haven't been doing it. It's a priority now. You know why? Because I'm done talking about you over here. Talk about you somewhere else. I don't have to introduce myself. You've called me all kind of things. Last time I checked, both of my arms work. Last time I checked. Last time I checked. Let me see. I got a knife in this arm. I got a knife in that arm. I'm getting ready to cut this chicken in here. In my kitchen. At my house. That's paid for. That ain't up on here exploiting people. And thinking I'm just so big, bad, and bold that I can do whatever I want to whoever. Specifically me. Talking all your big crap that you've been talking. You think I forgot about all that stuff you've done? And I'm still doing. You're still doing it. I see what you do. You're going to have to start doing it on a different channel, though. Because I'm going to start talking about you on a different channel now. And then another channel, and then another channel. You'll see it all pop up. You won't even have to look for it. Matter of fact, your trolls. You know, these eyes and ears. I wish I could remember what you called it. Matter of fact, I'm going to look it up. What you call this gang of people. I guess I'm supposed to be afraid of them. Is that what it is? I'm not. See, the thing about YouTube is you don't have the power to silence me. Only YouTube does. They can silence you though, can't they? And karma can stop you from using one of your arms, can it? Of course it can. Karma can have you so embarrassed about what's going on with that arm that you don't want anybody to see it. Can it? As somebody up on here once said, say I lie. You know it's true. This is just only a friendly reminder. Back at you, Trey King. Back at you. I'm not the same person I was. I'm a totally different person now. I'm a savage up on here now. But I don't have to be that way with you. I can just be nice. You know, nice and nasty. Nasty nice. While I cook this chicken with both of my hands, both of my arms that are working, the elbows, the fingers, the wrists. You know, I can lift them up, touch the floor with them. I can do jumping jacks with them. You know, all that stuff. I can even code a video about you with them. I can. I will be doing it. Because there's a whole lot more to say about you. There is. There's not enough room left on this channel. I think you and I both know I already have another channel up about you. And I have another one up about you. And I have another one up about you. Already. I've been preoccupied all year long. I've been preoccupied. You know what I've been preoccupied with? Proving to y'all that you're not going to handle me. I had to prove that first. It's proven. I had to prove that you weren't going to handle me, that however many subscribers you have aren't going to handle me. However many trolls you have aren't going to handle me. You can handle whoever else you want to up on here. You're not going to handle me. If I had to guess right now, aren't you at a disability? Are you drawing a disability check? That's just a question I'm asking. I don't know. I mean, you know, most people I know, if they can't work, they get some kind of check. Is that what you're getting over there? But it ain't quite making ends meet. You can't buy no more Gucci slippers anymore. Is that what it is? Or you can't put them on with both of your hands anymore. You got to only use one of your arms to put it on. Is that what's going on? I don't care if whether there's anybody in here or not. I'm not even looking. I don't care. Because I know y'all stay working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It don't matter if anybody in here. You'll see it. You'll hear it. I don't have to introduce myself. You know who I am. And I know who your ass is too, don't I? I'm going to make sure everybody knows who you really are. That's my goal. It's always been my goal. Just to make sure that everybody knows who you really are, what you really do, what you're really about. and how grimy you are. You know, you put on this Gomer Pyle, image of some good country talking guy, that won't even buy a female a Happy Meal at McDonald's. Isn't that what you said? I won't even buy a female a Happy Meal at McDonald's. She'll have to pay for her own. That tells me a lot about you. It does. I'll buy a stranger a Happy Meal. I can afford it. But can't you afford it too? But let me just guess. If I had to guess, let's rewind 2 years ago. Let's rewind 2 short years ago. What all you was up on here doing. If I had to guess, you was getting more and more and more and more and more in debt. With your stupid ass. Weren't you? Now, if I had to guess, you can't see your way out of it. You didn't plan on this happening, did you? Of course you didn't. You didn't plan on being one arm less, did you? Of course you didn't. There's a lot you didn't plan on. You didn't plan on me still being up on here either, did you? Of course you didn't. There's a lot your ass didn't plan on. Isn't it, Trey King? Tell the truth and shame the devil. Aren't you the truth show? Tell the people what tragedy happened in your family. Tell the people that. Or should I investigate that and research it? And do a special edition program on it? You want me to do that? You think I'm that grungy? I think you are. You've done all kind of grimy things behind the scenes where I'm concerned, haven't you? Non-stop. Matter of fact, let me take a moment and find the title of this, of what you called those people over there. I want to make sure I bring it up. It's just a friendly reminder, right back at you, Trey King, right back at you. I haven't forgot about your ass. Don't ever think I have. Both of my hands are gonna code videos about you on whichever channel, because they both work. The fingers work, the hands work, the arms work. My hands are clean. But yours dirty as hell, aren't they? They got the blood of all these different family members you done dragged up and down YouTube, exploiting them. For what? Gucci slippers? Cars? It ain't a Google AdSense check that can fix your arm. Not one. You've been drawing them all year. Not one of them has been able to fix your arm, has it? Of course it hasn't. I'm going to make time to find this. I'm going to make time to find this, what you called. These things, whatever they are, you called over there. Bring them all over here. You know what's going to happen? Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. That's what's going to happen to them. That's what's been happening to them all year. All year long. All your troll accounts have been blocked. If I had to guess, what? The nerve ending of that arm communicating with your brain has been blocked. Is that why you can't move it? Is that why you're hiding it? I mean, I'm just asking. I don't know. do tell. Inquiring minds would like to know what you've really been up to, outside of all the grimy stuff you've been doing where I'm concerned. But I tell you one thing, I wouldn't trade the use of my arm for $1 million. I wouldn't trade the use of my arm and my fingers, even on one hand, for $1 million. That's how valuable it is to me. I wouldn't. I don't know what you would do. I don't know. I know you've been exhibiting a lot of desperate behavior. I know that. Where I'm concerned, you know, one minute I'm this, next minute I'm that, next minute you want this, next minute you want that, next minute I'm this, next minute I'm that. Next minute you only got one arm. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Let me make sure I find this, because I thought it was quite interesting. Interesting enough for me to do a video on it. I wasn't surprised though, because it's just how you roll. It's just what you do. I'm not shocked at anything you do. Anybody that will get up on here and do what you do, all in the name of what? I'm a king. Nothing someone like you does surprise me. What I am surprised about is that YouTube doesn't enforce their sad events policy. That's what surprises me. I'm going to have to be emailing them and staying in communication with them about that and asking them why aren't they enforcing that? Because your whole channel has violated it. Your whole channel has violated it. Over and over and over again. I'll be informing the families of what they can do, or the friends of these people, or just someone that's concerned about what you sit around and do to people. I'll show them how to contact YouTube and inquire about the sad event that you weren't supposed to talk about or monetize for 20 years. You're supposed to let 20 years go by, and then it's supposed to be a documentary. I'll make sure I cover that as well. I cannot find this thing. Whatever it is that you called them, I'm going to find it. And if I have to go back to the very beginning of these videos, I want to find it. You don't call them a team. You don't call them a crew. You call them something else. That's what I thought was so interesting, what you call them. It has such a sinister name. It reminds me of what you do up on here. So I thought the name was very fitting. It reminds me exactly of what you do up on here. You know, this big, 1/8 black man with all these fake followers that don't exist. And you're in a rage. Why? Because I don't see you. And put you up on some pedestal for what you do? I don't know. Keep doing what you've been doing. That's all. I mean, really, I would like for you to just keep doing what you have been doing. Then that way, karma will work its way around to that other arm. And eventually, it'll work on your mouth too. It ain't my doing. It's your own doing. You know, I have absolutely nothing to do with it. Apparently somebody knows what they're doing. Somebody with the power. Much more power than I have. And you. But last time I checked, you're so powerful up on here. You have a legion. That's what you called them. A legion of people. You know, legion. That reminds me of something sinister and evil, almost devilish. Legion. Wasn't there a show where the devil was called Legion? That reminds me of you. That whole Legion name. Evil, sadistic type air to it. Like you said, you have a legion of people. If I had to guess, they've been working overtime. They've been creating all kind of troll accounts trying to get to me. My channel's still up. My videos on you are still up. If they down, I'll just replace it. That need to sink in for you. I'm not done with you. There's a whole lot more to cover with you, Trey King. Whole lot more. I'm not the same person that I was when I first came up on YouTube. That person is long gone. Someone else has moved in. Ask somebody. If you don't know, ask somebody. They'll tell you. See, you can't look back at my first channel because you made sure you took it down. You can't look back at my first video because you made sure you took that down too, because it was a competition for what you were doing. But if I had to guess, it was all because your need has always been much more greater than mine, hasn't it? Your need has always been much more greater than mine. It always has been. Like you say, I heard you say, I have a lot of responsibilities. I have a lot of people depending on me. Okay, and? Am I supposed to be concerned about that? It never stopped you from doing what all you've done up on here where I'm concerned. It never has. If I had to guess, it's those very things, the reason that you can only do those things now with one arm. You are one arm less now as a result of all these things that you've been doing up on here where I'm concerned. Isn't it funny what's done in the dark? There's always somebody you can't hide it from, ain't it? You can't hide it from them. The Almighty. What do you call him? The Most High? Ain't that what you call him? You call him the Most High. You know, you put on this front, this facade. You get on here and act holier than thou. Like you're so, religious and God-fearing and, full of morality, ethics. The lovely T.I. teach you how to do that? Is that who you got that from? That's what Nigerian scammers do. You know that, right? To gain the trust of susceptible minds. But you know all about that, don't you? Don't y'all shout each other out on your channels? Call me punks on one channel, then turn around the other one, call me a punk too. But you know what? I'm a punk with two arms. What are you? Whatever it is started off with one arm. Whatever it is. You are either a one-armed at this or you are a one-armed at that. Whatever it is. And the one hand you got left, the one hand that you got left collects all that blood money, don't it? Of course it do. But you keep doing you. I don't want you to change a thing. Because I like how the outcome is coming. You know? Who knows, maybe in 2 more years that other arm will be gone. Don't change anything for me. My hands are clean. I need nothing. I want nothing. I'm not in debt for anything. If I had to guess, your ass is drowning in it. Because what, 2 short years ago, you were on top of the world in your mind. What were you, the king of YouTube? All while riding Steve Harvey's coattails and what, Young Buck's coattails and thinking you're all this and that the other, and you know, got all these women swooming around you because you're 1/8 black, and they all hate themselves and they want what, half white babies or either a fraction of a half white baby. I don't know, do you? Don't change a thing, because I like the outcome. I like what I've been seeing. I like how it all turned out, actually. Maybe those 2 weeks will turn into a month in the hospital, and then maybe when you get out, you won't have use of any arm. But I'm going to pull one of your routines. Ooh, it's such a sad thing, isn't it? It's so sad. You know? I just feel awful about it. It's a sad thing that happens. I can get on here and lie too. Can't I? Ain't that what you do over there? Is that what Lovely T.I. taught you how to do? But what she didn't tell you to do was change your about section, did she? Huh? In April or May of 2018, that's the one I y'all forgot to dot. That's the one T y'all forgot to cross, ain't it? Of course it is, because I picked up on it. Your about section and her about section on 2 totally separate channels were identical. A whole paragraph. Identical. And I thought, for a millisecond, it didn't take me that long to think that. I'm like, that's impossible. According to you, there's a template. I heard that lie. And then you also said, well, you know, if somebody accuses you of something, you better make sure that you can redeem yourself. Otherwise, it's going to make you look guilty. Well, you know what? That make you look guilty. Because the template is just a blank nothing. You have to type it in, whatever it is. The only problem is you pasted it directly from her channel. Because she was up on here before you. You copied and pasted her about section into your about section. You made one little change here, one little change there, but it read identical. It read identical. I knew what it was. That's when I knew they're colluding. Is that all y'all did? Was collude? You know, she likes some light-skinned like that. Half white, I'm thinking, or 1/8 white, 1/8 black. I don't know. 7/8 white. I'm thinking. I mean, her kids are biracial, aren't they? At least one of them is. You know, the one that looks like a punk? What she so freely calls me, and what? Even though she got punks working for her, that word sure does come out of her mouth a lot, doesn't it? But ain't a strand of hair around her face. Of course it ain't. But that don't stop her from shouting you out, talking about what a great guy Trey King is. And that don't stop you from You know, ooh, how dare somebody talk about a woman? Did that save your arm? Let me ask you something, Trey. Can you write your name with that arm on a video? Record a video and do that. It don't matter how it looks. I just want to see if you can even hold a pen in it. I'm curious to know if it's like afflicted. You know what that means, right? Afflicted. It has some kind of affliction. Like it can't this or it can't that or it don't what it's supposed to do. It's something. Because you don't want nobody to see it. For what, 9 months now? If you could have, you wouldn't have wanted anybody to hear you talk. And you were such a mess when you first got back. Slurring and just looking sickly. Could barely speak. I knew then your need was overwhelming. See, you talk a good game, but your actions don't match up to it. Because if you got it going on like that, you would at least wait until you can get on here and talk normal. You don't even sound like yourself. To me, you don't even look like yourself. Even now. I don't look at you that much. The only thing I really look at is that profile picture. It looks so evil and sinister and legion. It looks like you're the leader of a legion of what? Not devils, but what? Demons? The things you do over there are so sinister to me. It never ceases to amaze me how no one can't see through it. But maybe that's why I have a voice on YouTube. Maybe that's why I have a voice on social media. Maybe that's why I should create a Twitter and a Facebook and an Instagram, all based around you and marketing all these new videos that I'm going to be doing about you. Isn't that what you do? Of course you do. Matter of fact, I've seen you all over the internet. I'm like, what in the hell is this? Desperate. Your desperation level is on 1,000. If I had to guess, it's on 1,000,000 right now. Don't ever think I can't get out and market all the different stuff you do. Only thing is I don't have like legions of people. And I do mean legions of them. Because you have legions of them. With hundreds of your evil videos in playlists. Marketing them for you. I suspect these are some of the same people that email you and DM you and call you and message you and keep you abreast of everything that I'm doing, and who you remind them, oh, keep your foot on his throat. Last time I checked, I just cleared my breath. It ain't a foot on my throat or in my mouth. But your foot is in your mouth, ain't it? Because you are one arm less person over there. As desperate as ever. Should I give a damn? I don't know, Trey. Should I? Let me just think about this for a moment. Let's think about what all you've been up on here doing where I'm concerned. And are still doing where I'm concerned. I would say not. I would say I'm even less concerned about your personal situation, about your parents. Whatever that tragedy was, I'm even less concerned about that. Some things are just duly deserved. They are. Some things just are what they are. Some things just is what it is. Some things are just meant to be however they're meant to be. Sometimes you pay in advance for the evil that you do. And I think that's the price you paid in advance for all the evil that you do. You know? And let's say, for instance, if you were to take online classes right now to be a reporter or editor, I don't know any news network that would hire you. Because their job isn't to invoke sympathy from people just watching their program. People would watch you and they wouldn't want to tune in again. They would feel so pitiful about this one-armed man on here trying to get by, to pull it together. Because they wouldn't hide your arm. If I had to guess, that isn't anything you would be willing to do anyway. I think you're just satisfied with doing just what you're doing now. You know, all that behind the scenes stuff. Kissing Lovely T's ass. Her taking you up under your wing. What, did she show you some of those Nigerian scams? How they do it? How it's really done? I don't know. I'm just asking for somebody. A lot of people want to know. A lot of people are too afraid to ask you, though. They're so intimidated by you. I don't know why. I've never been. You know, I haven't. I haven't talked about you because you've been too pathetic to talk about. It's too depressing to talk about you. But I feel like if I start fresh, it's no longer something that's depressing for me. It's like opening up a new toy that you can play with all the way back over again. That's how I see you. As some sad, pathetic toy that you give to some sad, pathetic child who have the mental psyche of all those people over there who break their back trying to penetrate my channel, penetrate my videos, penetrate my psyche, penetrate whatever. And all they get is blah 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 blah. So it's just a little friendly reminder. You don't have to wonder who's saying what, where they're coming from. You'll probably be able to know it's me by the moment I open up my mouth and speak. If not, by my thumbnail. Or I'll be that person that couldn't be any more or less concerned if your arm ever works again. I'll be that person, and I'll be ringing that karma bell. Ding, ding, ding. While you put on your Gucci slipper with one arm. Right back at you, Trey King. Right back at your grimy ass. I'm not done with you yet. Not by a long shot. There's so much more to be told. Like I said, I'm not the same person that I once was. I'm not. And the more that you all have done, you're going to see I'll be catching up with you. I will. You've done more than enough. I got to catch up with you. It's time to catch up. I'll be doing the most. You'll see. Check Google in about 2 or 3 months. You'll see. You will. And make sure to send all these legion of people over to wherever channel it is. Because it's going to be set up just like this one. There won't be one change different. It'll be set up identical. Make sure you send those same old troll accounts that have been blocked on all the other channels. Send them on over there too. So I can blah 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 blah. Because I got something to say about you and what you do up on here where I'm concerned, behind the scenes, all the grungy, grimy stuff you do, because you desperate as hell over there. See, you ain't where you were 2 years ago, are you? Of course you ain't. If I had to guess, you're more in debt, you're more needy, you're more desperate, you're more hard up, and you armless, among other things. I'll go into what those other things are. Those things that you can no longer do. But I'll tell you one thing that you can't no longer do. You can't penetrate nothing up over here or anywhere else I go up on here. Try me. Shut me down. Do it again. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, Trey. But you can't do it, can you? If I had to guess, you can't do a lot of the things that you used to do in the bedroom, can you, Trey? Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it with the other hand. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it with the other arm. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it with the other fingers. This finger, that finger, off, or 1 of 5. Brrr. Let's try to do it the way that we used to do it 2 years ago. Keep trying, Trey. Keep trying. Don't change a thing for me. Because like I say, I'm loving the outcome. I'm loving it. Believe me, I love it. I love what I see when I go over there and look at you. 1 arm. That's all I ever need to see is 1 arm. I'm satisfied. I don't have to hear a word you say. I don't even have to go to your channel. I can hold a little mouse over the thumbnail. It'll show me your 1 arm. Karma ain't done with you though. It ain't. You just wait. You just wait. Wait till I get through with you. It's going to be a long wait. Because you ain't never left me alone. Ever. And I think I know why. Because there's something about me that, you know, I don't have to go around kissing people's asses like you did up on here. And I know you did. Let's go back to before the truth show. If I had to guess, you was kissing whatever ass you had to kiss up on this bitch for a come up. Riding Steve Harvey coattails, riding whoever celebrity coattails. Now you're just reduced to doing the grimiest stuff that anybody can do. Getting up on here thinking that everybody's infatuated with what, 1/8 black looking people with 1 arm that's messed up in the head because they never got over a tragedy that happened to them and their family, and they feel like, oh well, I can just get up on here and just, you know, make fun and put on a show about all the bad stuff that happens to everybody else, and think that karma gonna come back and eat your ass up, because it has. A number ain't gonna change that. A subscriber won't, a view won't, a click, a view, a subscriber, a check, none of it won't. Because if it could, your arm would be working today. It ain't. But you're still running those plots and schemes and scams and scamming and, colluding and what all this vengeful, underhanded, backstabbing stuff that you do. I don't put nothing past nobody like you. You grimy. You grimy. Everything look good ain't good. Everything glitter ain't gold. You don't even look like a glitter to me. I see evil when I look at you. And your actions only confirm that I'm right about your ass. I haven't forgotten about you. I haven't. Like I say, you won't have to check for me. You won't have to check for me. Just a friendly reminder. Right back at you, Trey. Right back at you.